Ladies and gentlemen, warriors of the human spirit, dreamers with fire in your hearts, today I stand before you not as a speaker, but as a fellow fighter. Life is a ring, and we're all boxers stepping into it every single day. Some days the crowd cheers us on, and the punches we throw land perfectly. Other days we're bruised, battered, and knocked down, wondering if we have the strength to stand up again. But I'm here to tell you something that echoes through the ages, something that every champion, every survivor, every soul who dared to dream has known deep in their bones. It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep going. It's about standing up for one more round. Picture this, a boxer in the ring, sweat dripping down their face, muscles aching, vision blurred. The bell rings, and their opponent comes charging faster, stronger, relentless. Every punch feels like a mountain crashing down. The crowd is screaming, the clock is ticking, and in that moment, it would be so easy to stay down, so easy to let the referee count to 10. But something inside, a spark, a whisper, a roar, says, not yet, not today, one more round. And they rise. They rise because giving up is not who they are. They rise because the fight isn't over until they say it is dot. That karma, my friends, is the story of every single one of you. You've been knocked down by failure, by doubt, by loss, by fear. Maybe it was a dream that slipped through your fingers, a job you didn't get, a relationship that broke your heart, or a goal that felt too far out of reach. Maybe it was the voice in your head telling you you're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. But here you are. You're still standing. You're still breathing. And that means you've got one more round left in you, dot. Let me take you back to a moment in history, a moment that proves what one more round really means. In 1943, a young man named James J. Braddock stood in a boxing ring, facing the heavyweight champion Max Baer. Braddock wasn't supposed to win. He was a washed-up fighter, a has-been, a man the world had written off. They called him the Cinderella Man because his story seemed like a fairy tale no one believed could come true. He'd lost everything in the Great Depression, his money, his career, his hope. But he didn't lose his fight. Round after round, he took the hits. Round after round, he got back up. And in the end, against all odds, he won the heavyweight title. Why? Because he refused to stay down. Because he believed in one more round, dot. Now, comma, you might be thinking, that's a nice story, but I'm no boxer, I'm no champion. Oh, but you are. You are a champion of your own life. Every time you wake up in the morning and face the day, you step into the ring. Every time you push through pain, through exhaustion, through despair, you throw a punch. And every time you refuse to give up, you win a round. You don't need a title belt or a roaring crowd to prove it. Your victory is in the quiet moments when you choose to keep going, even when no one else sees it. Let's talk about what one more round really means. It's not just about physical strength. It's about the strength of your mind, your heart, your soul. It's about resilience. It's about looking at the mountain in front of you and saying, I'll climb it one step at a time. It's about staring failure in the face and saying, you don't get to define me. It's about hearing the word impossible and responding, watch me. Think about the people who inspire us. Think about Malala Yousafzai, a girl who was shot in the head for daring to demand an education. The world thought her story was over, but she stood up one more round and became a voice for millions. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb, 1,000 knockouts, and yet he got up for one more round. Think about your own life, the moments when you thought you couldn't go on, but you did. Those are your victories. Those are your championships, dot. But I know it's not easy. I know there are days when the weight feels too heavy, when the punches come too fast, when the bell feels like it'll never ring. I've been there. I've felt the sting of rejection, the ache of loss, the suffocating grip of self-doubt. There was a time in my life when I stood at a crossroads. unsure if I could take another step. I'd failed at something I'd poured my heart into. The voices around me said, "Give up, it's over." And for a moment, I almost believed them. But then I remembered something my father once told me. The only time you lose is when you stop fighting. So I took a deep breath, wiped the tears from my eyes, and stepped back into the ring. One more round. And that round changed everything, Doc. You see, the magic of one more round is that it's not about the end, it's about the journey. It's about proving to yourself that you're stronger than you think. It's about discovering that the fire inside you burns brighter than the darkness around you. Every time you get up, you rewrite your story. Every time you fight, you reclaim your power. So how do you keep going when the odds are stacked against you? How do you find the strength for one more round? It starts with belief. Belief in yourself, belief in your worth, belief in your dreams. You don't have to see the whole path, just the next step. You don't have to win the whole fight, just the next round. Break it down. Take it one moment, one breath, one choice at a time. And when you feel like you can't, look around you. Look at the people who fought before you. Look at the people fighting beside you. You're not alone in this ring. Let me tell you about a woman I met once, single mother named Priya. She worked 2 jobs, raised 3 kids, and still found time to go to night school. I asked her how she did it, how she kept going when life kept knocking her down. She smiled and said, "I don't think about tomorrow. I just think about getting through today. One more round." That's it, that's the secret. It's not about conquering the world in a single blow. It's about showing up day after day, round after round, Doc. And here's the beautiful truth. Every round makes you stronger. Every hit you take builds your resilience. Every time you stand up, you become a little more unbreakable. The scars you carry, they're not signs of weakness. They're medals of honor. They're proof that you fought. They're proof that you won. So today I'm asking you to make a promise to yourself, to your dreams, to the person you want to become. Promise that no matter what comes your way, you'll fight for one more round. Promise that when life hits you hard, you'll hit back harder with courage, with hope, with love. Promise that you'll never let the referee count you out, because as long as you're breathing, the fight isn't over, Doc. Look around this room. Look at the faces next to you. Every person here has a story of struggle, a story of survival, a story of strength. You are surrounded by fighters. You are part of a legacy of people who refuse to give up. And together, we can do anything. Together, we can face any opponent, climb any mountain, win any fight. So stand up. Stand up right now, not just in body, but in spirit. Feel the power in your chest, the fire in your veins. This is your moment. This is your round. The bell is ringing and the world is watching. What will you do? Will you stay down or will you rise? Will you let the hits define you or will you define the fight? I believe in you. I believe in your strength, your heart, your unbreakable spirit. I believe that no matter how many times you've been knocked down, you've got one more round left in you. And that round, that one beautiful, defiant round could change everything. So go out there, step into the ring of your life, take the hits, throw the punches. And when the moment comes, when the odds are against you, when the crowd is silent, when your legs are shaking, stand up, fight on, because you are a champion, because you were born to keep going, because this is your fight and it's not over until you say it is. Dot. One more round, my friends, one more round. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Success Mindset.